Hey guys, it's Mia here, and welcome back once again to the Stanley Parable. And if you remember last time, we went the do whatever the narrator says way. So this time, we're gonna do whatever opposite the narrator says. So, let's start. So yeah, if you remember last video from Friday, I said that we are technically a rat in a maze, and that is very much what it seems like to me. Like, we don't actually escape, because even before I came to that conclusion, the other day, when we escaped, said, well, this seems like a very odd landscape to have by this huge, probably business factory area. It did not seem real to me, it seemed placed there. So, that's why I came to that conclusion. Like, we didn't truly escape. We were led there through a maze. That was the false escape. The false reward for doing what we were told to do. But it was not truly a reward. You get it? I'm rambling. The loading screen takes forever, but the point is still the same. I don't think we truly got out.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I say no? Are you gonna lock me in here if I don't go? Oh, I didn't want to leave. I almost left. No, that is a lot of filing cabinets for one office. Some of them look like they don't even have anything in it. What kind of pencils are these? There's no eraser on those. What if I mess up, huh? Cheapos can't even get the pencils with the erasers. Type. Can I call somebody? 911! I can't find my coworkers. What? It's almost 11. It's 11:25 p.m. No, it's a.m. because I don't think he's gonna say anything.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't think they were ever actually there to begin with. And I'm still wondering why in the world this one doesn't have a computer on it and every other desk does. I know it says in the mind control facility room that one of them was fired, but still, why would they take away the computer but not...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'll do what I want, thank you very much. What if you were touching one of these doors and they actually opened for like another ending? Can I go back to work? Can we just forget this all happened and let me go back to work? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry, there was, a bang downstairs, and I'm the only one home, so... But we have a cat, so... Oh, I did not think I could walk. Alright then. Narrator, did you do that? I didn't think you could actually shut the doors.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Maybe because I don't want to listen to you? Oh, hello. Desk party. I hate Mondays. Who doesn't? There's not a door that way. Pretty landscape picture.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
How come the doors, when you touch them, they sound like keyboard clicking?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
Dad.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey, you know what? Shut up. Why am I so short? Like, Stanley must be a ninja. What? Stanley must be a midget. Because my neck's at the curve of the table. Unless these are just really tall desks. What is there a way to get back here? Excuse me, frog in my throat.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
No, I just don't like you. I don't trust you.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Sure
There's
it
someone
has.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now,
I think I'm
asking
good.
for me, I'm asking for her.
There is no her. You can't fool me. You're a liar?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't trust a single word you say. Can I ride the forklift? We all know how my forklift... If you saw Lara Croft Tomb Raider, then you know how my fork riding days
That's her,
went.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
But
Got a
that
problem
wasn't
with
supposed
it?
to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't
Yep.
even know that was possible. Let me
Yep.
double check.
You can check your scripts all you want. I'll do what I want.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
I'm
He's
not
taken
your
to his
puppet.
apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Bullshit.
Fade to white, roll credits.
Uh-huh.
Picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Because I'm not
Did you-
Stanley.
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Are
Please
you now?
observe this helpful instructional video.
Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to you.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
I'm sure he
Or
could.
he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember
the second's
that
a little
unlike here,
harsh.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, you are an idiot. You know, narrator, we got some problems. I'm not going to talk to Invisible Steve over here because you think you know what's best for me better than I do. And you know, I'm not your little Stanley in a maze.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh, were they?
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
What,
and
the
see
pulling the
what the
plug?
correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I want to ride the forklift. Why is that not an option? That would really tick the narrator off. You want to know why you get so mad when we don't follow directions? Because your Stanley isn't real. He's a rat in a maze. And you get mad because us, the character, are screwing up your perfect little experiment. What? Nothing to say to that? I thought so. What are we revisiting?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
You just told
Imagine
me...
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Home,
Unfortunately, it seems
sure.
this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
You know, you just told me in that little instructional video that my choices made no change on the matter. But then you sit there and try to tell me 2 seconds later that my choices actually do matter. Make up your mind, because I'm catching you in a bit of a lie there, narrator. I think you want me to think my choices matter, because you want me to do what you say. But you know what? I don't
Almost
give a
there.
damn what you
You'll
say.
take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Sure, the real world, quote unquote. That looked really real to me.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That
I'm not
means
Stanley.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Screw
All right.
you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why did it get dark?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, you didn't get mad when I took the door on the right. Oh, he won't let me go in. I can go down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, you know what? Choice my butt. What if I don't do anything? Ooh, I kind of want to pull that lever. Whatever that would do for me. I don't want to. He won't let me though. I can't go down. I can't go down. And I can't get up over the railing either. I don't have a choice on this one. I wonder if I can go into the bathroom now, because last time it was locked. Nope, still locked.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Why does it
Shocked,
look different?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Am I actually supposed to say the code?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
How about no? I don't even think the game can actually hear
Is there
me.
a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
No.
Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Why is his office different?
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices.
I'm
He knows
not
what it
Stanley.
means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a
Because
choice,
you
know.
literally
You
gave
could have
me
gone
no
through
choice.
The door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak.
I
Say
did go to the
something
door
me.
on the right. I
Explain
think you
yourself,
got your
you coward.
directions mixed up.
Behave exactly as Stanley
Whoa.
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left, you say?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I'm messing up your game. I'm not your stupid little rat in a cage. Look at the filing cabinets through the window. Oh dear. Well. Can I go this way? No? Oh, look at the picture. I didn't even notice that. I thought there was like an achievement for touching all the doors. Oh, I couldn't move for a second.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Aw,
Why?
boo-hoo.
What? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better
You're
to
just
shut the
mad
game
because
down
somebody has
entirely?
choices.
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know. What did you do to the
No, I
other
have
ones
to.
that followed it?
I have to
Didn't
shut the
follow
game
instructions.
down. I have to. I have to.
You think that's gonna fix it? I'll just keep disobeying. I think it just done made it worse.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Oh, I
now
know.
Look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Oh, I
It was the
don't
only
even
thing in the
care.
world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Because I'm not
What,
your
did you
puppet.
think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see?
Yep.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I'm not
He
Stanley.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He
I don't
understands
care.
that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That
Oh,
thought
shut your
hadn't
mouth.
even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
You're the child. You're just
My
throwing a
story.
fit because you can't get your way.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been
Destroyed
so
it, gotten
perfect.
away,
I worked
gone
so
home.
hard on it. I tried so hard. When Stanley came to a set
What?
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Can I move?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
I broke the game.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Oh, now you're begging?
Choose. Do something.
Nope.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay, all joking aside, can I take a minute to say that narrator is like... He should be a voice actor for more than games because he like nails it. He nails the sad, he nails the angry, although with that accent I can't take him seriously when he's angry because he sounds so gentlemanly and it's hard to like take him seriously as in being mad. But yeah, so that was the obedient ending and the disobedient ending. I think the next time I play this, I will answer the phone. Because I can't think of all the different endings. But yeah, so as always, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell down below to stay up to date on future videos. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye guys!